Welcome back to the channel, you beautiful people, you. Today we're going to talk about Wells Fargo. So we are going to do one of our infamous deep dives of credit intel into everything Wells Fargo. Let's get into it. First off, excuse me, I'm a little bit sick still, so that's why I sound like a 14-year-old nasally kid. Holidays, right? Which, speaking of, happy holidays to you guys. We got Thanksgiving coming up. We got Christmas coming up. I hope that you have an amazing, end of your year and you celebrate it with those that you love. Okay, let's dive into Wells Fargo. So a lot to cover here, actually. An overwhelming amount to cover. If we were to add the built information that we covered in its own dedicated video, this would be like 30, 45-minute video. Another thing too is I've got a bunch of recent approvals that are 99% active cash, and I got some notes from the field. Some of that I might just hold back because some of that's from our members and whatnot, and so I think I'm gonna keep that just for them, but you're gonna get everything that you need. So you're thinking of applying for Wells Fargo. What do you need to know? Let's dive in. Right out of the gates, they usually pull FICO 9 Equifax, but we'll pull TransUnion or Experian based on your location. So here's some examples. And I've got a lot more at the end, I believe, as well. Yeah. Okay, so Active Cash, for example, pulled Equifax in North Carolina and Colorado, and then it pulled TransUnion in Florida and Experian in Utah. So that's the range that you can see. Built MasterCard pulled TransUnion in Georgia and Equifax in Southern California. We had another person tell us that it pulled Equifax. I don't know where they're from. So again, what are we talking about here? This is like a sample size of, I don't know, maybe 20 or less. So it's not definitive, but it's better than not knowing anything, right? Wells Fargo offers pre-qualification tool as well. Well, I'm already on the credit card page, but let me just show you. Let's go back to wellsfargo.com. And then if you go to credit cards and just hover, see if you're pre-qualified. There it is right there. Now, the pre-qualification tool, everyone asks, how good is it? I don't know. I think it's up there with Bank of America pre-qualification, which isn't that great. I don't know. Now, if we start to add this with other matching engines and hey, on Experian, on Credit Karma, and all these others, we're getting, 98, 99% approval odds on, the Active Cash or the Autograph or something like that. Okay, maybe I'll take it a little more serious. Oh, hey, now we're getting targeted mail offers. Oh, maybe I'll take it more serious, Oh, hey, we're getting email offers as well. You're starting to get it, right? So that ups the value and I guess you could say approval odds of it, right? But these tools in and of themselves, they're not 100%, okay? So anyways, moving on. You don't need a relationship to get a credit card, even though it does help to, be putting in direct deposits every single week, every single month, especially on a business side. It 100% helps, not just at Wells Fargo, but Chase, Amex, everywhere you can think of. They want to see a business making money. Crazy, right? So if we're doing that and we're throwing $5,000 to $20,000 a month into an account, yes, over time, they're gonna give us better limits. Now, maybe that first card out of the gate isn't that great, but they will start to give us better limits on second, third, fourth cards, right? Last thing to note here on the relationship side is that they do consider your relationship status when it comes to approval odds on credit products, okay? Next, they don't have a max number of cards that you can hold with them. They're more concerned with the total amount of credit that you have. If you opened a Wells Fargo credit card account within the last 6 months, then you may not qualify to open an additional Wells Fargo credit card account. They may also limit how many open Wells Fargo credit card accounts you have. This is directly from their TOS. Like if I come down here to the Autograph and I go to learn more, maybe it's the credit terms page, one of these two. I spend a lot of time on this page because there's a ton of Q&A actually all the way at the bottom, which is kind of strange for a page like this. But they tell you right on this page, every single one of them for all their personal credit cards, this same thing, okay? Next is they don't hard pull on CLIs or credit limit increases every single time. Now, you can't do this online, but you can call in and ask, is there any soft pull credit limit increase offers on your account? So if not, it will be a hard pull. Also make sure that you have the card in hand. A common credit limit increase denial reason is checking account balance is too low. We're not really 100% sure what that means. I mean, at face value, you can assume that it means, hey, you're not doing enough transactions with them on your checking account, whether it's personal or business, you're not doing enough activity with them, right? That's what we can assume. They like seeing larger balances in checking accounts. Most banks do. Wells Fargo is definitely notorious for this. If you're gonna have fatter balances, they like it. Like I said, you tend to get rewarded with more credit cards, higher limits, et cetera, right? They will hard pull all members of a multi-member LLC when you're applying for a business credit card or a business line of credit. This is actually true for most banks. I think a lot of people forget about this though. They think that because it's it's just them applying for the credit, that it's just gonna be them getting the hard inquiry. Oh, no, my friend. Everyone gets hit with a hard pull. So keep that in mind, make sure you have permission to do so, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, minimum credit limit seems to be $1,000. That's another thing that I saw on this page here. Can't remember where it was, but I saw it on every single one of their personal credit card pages that the minimum credit limit is $1,000. See, I saw it on the Active Cash, Autograph, and Reflect Visa. Next, welcome bonus eligibility. So this seems to have changed, but how it was before is that they required you to wait 16 months between receiving the welcome bonus on their credit cards and getting the next one. But it seems that this isn't the case anymore, as members are reporting getting multiple cards within 6-month time frame and qualifying for welcome bonuses on both. These are people from our community. Next, you can product change, but it looks like they have to offer it to you. So they're either gonna send you an email, it's gonna show up in like your offers section in your account, something like that. Product changes are possible, but again, they have to give you some sort of invitation to PC over to something else, right? You can apply for both personal and business credit cards on the same day, right there on the spot. So similar to Truist, if you were to go in and talk to a BRM or business relationship manager and apply for business credit products, you could also do personal that same day or vice versa. Next, you can churn, yes, C-H-U-R-N, churn checking accounts for the welcome bonuses. They don't seem to have a problem with that. We know of several people who've already done that. Next, Wells Fargo is known to be conservative towards credit-seeking behavior, which essentially is how many new accounts do you have in the last 12 months. This, as I went through like 20 plus Wells Fargo threads in the MyFICO forums recently, was a common reason why people were getting denied. So the credit-seeking behavior showed up on the denial letter or the 7 to 10 day letter. So just keep that in mind. Next, they also seem to like low credit card balances, but a large amount of total available credit or total credit that you have as an individual. Next and lastly, if you're going to open a checking account and run direct deposits through it, make sure it's at least $500 to avoid their $10 a month service fee that they have on the account. Most accounts have this. I think Chase, Bank of America, everyone has this now, but it also might help with avoiding the denial reason of checking account balance is too low. Again, we did see some similarities there. I don't know if that's the smoking gun and the total reason, but again, we did see that. Lastly, if you are denied for the reason above, close the checking account and try to apply again in 6 months. Again, users all over the place stated that this worked. So again, that seems like a pretty good strategy. Now, lastly, I wanted to leave you with some recent approvals. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up on the screen now. This is all from 2023 data. You'll see here a $13,000 starting limit. So SL is starting limit. Active cash, a hard pull experience, 756 at the time. Utilization overall was 12%. I grabbed as much data as I could. 30K on another active cash, hard pulled experience, 700. 30K active cash, hard pull, Equifax, Colorado, 820 at the time. 15K starting limit on active cash, hard pull was Experian, FICO 8, 763 at the time. 10 inquiries total, 3 of those inquiries over the last 12 months. So that's what that means, 3 over 12 or 3 over 24. We use that for new accounts and for inquiries, and you can see the rest on the screen here. So it looks like they are not shy at all of giving out the bag and giving high limits. It's just gonna depend, right? Wells Fargo is one of those banks that I think we all tend to love to hate. They've done some really shady stuff in the past with the 1MB connection with Malaysia and that whole thing. Them getting in trouble for creating basically fake accounts for like dogs and stuff for mortgages and different credit accounts before. I mean, you name it, Wells Fargo has gotten in trouble for it. That being said, if you are looking at getting credit and you're looking for reliability, you're looking for something that's national, that has fairly good standards and fairly consistent across the boards with approving cards on a personal and business side, well, Wells Fargo is another great option for you. All right, so that's it, my friends. Hopefully you got value out of this video. If so, share it with a friend, tag somebody, get them involved and help our community grow. If I missed something, let me know in the comments. If you've got some recent data points you'd love to share, comment below or email us, mail@walletmonkey.io, and share your story with us. We'll feature you in a video. I got no problem doing that. We love doing it to help inspire more people out there, right? To get control of their credit and to take it to a new level and really help them change their life, right? So hopefully we can do that together. Join us, join the community. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet, right there. Okay, bye.